The Reds made a surprise move last week. They said they were done spending money. They said, you know what? No more major signings. Then they go out and sign lefty reliever Brent Suter.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's so exciting. They said they were done with major signings, and they went out and they signed a guy to a 1-year, $3 million deal, and I believe that there is a team option for the second year, if I am correct. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I was really excited and surprised. One, because when they say they're done spending, like I for sure believed them. But the fact that they're still going out and opening up the pocketbook and it's a lefty arm, that's really dope. So they keep adding to what was their biggest deficit of last season. So, I mean, if you're a Reds fan, this is, I can't view this any other way other than exciting.
Yeah, extremely exciting. So it's a 1-year deal, $3 million. And then that's what I thought. 1 year worth $3 million guaranteed. Deal will pay Suter $2.5 million in 2024 and includes a $3.5 million club option for 25 with a $500,000 buyout. So which means no matter what, he'll be getting $3 million. And I'm with you. When you said that they think they're done, we were talking like last week, like dollar scratch-off tickets, $1, $5 scratchies, and being like, all right, minor league invitee to big league camp. Like, this is all it'll be. We're done here. Mm-hmm. And they go out and guarantee a guy $3 million.
Yeah, that's completely unexpected. Really stoked for it. And you think about like how precious the commodity of arms were for the Reds last season. How many people they had to call up just for like a quick stint, drive up 75 and back down because we're just depleted. So, I mean, this is great.
It's huge. And it's another lefty out of the pen. Mm-hmm. Considering last year we traded for Sam Moll. And then before Sam Moll, the Reds only had Alex Young.
Yeah, there really wasn't too many lefty arms in the bullpen at all.
Yeah, and so now you're saying right now there are 3 lefties in the Reds bullpen. Mm-hmm. A massive, glaring hole when they were building this bullpen that far exceeded expectations and held their own for such a long time. Yeah. If you looked at it on paper, statistically average or sometimes, below average compared to everybody else in the league. But if you looked at how many innings they pitched and who was doing it, it was impressive. And the only thing that they were really missing that we were thinking of that they would fix would be a lefty. I didn't expect them to spend this type of money.
No, definitely didn't. Came out of left field, some might say. Oh, I know. It's so stupid. I'm going to get out of here.
I gotta go.
No, but I'm stoked about it. It seems like they're, and you got some stuff written down here about this. They're strategically spending the money here because the way this guy's stuff, way his Suter's pitches play could do well at GABP.
I think that he is a perfect fit. A lot of percentages from last year, or percentiles, a lot of percentiles according to Baseball Savant. There were a few that were standing out that have him in the 85th percentile or better. The ones that stood out, average exit velocity, 100th percentile, in a class of his own. Barrel percentage, 97th percentile, and hard hit percentage, 99th percentile. What does that all mean if you don't speak analytics? That means no one's hitting the ball hard, no one's squaring it up, and no one, again, is hitting it hard. It is basically all of the things that you need to be a reliever at Great American Ballpark in one package.
Absolutely. And this will be great to let the good defense play behind him. So I think this is a very quality ad.
It's a huge ad. I mean, this and the fact that it's soft. It's all soft. That is exactly what you need. The guy does it in a repertoire of a 4-seamer and sinker, which he splits half, 30% one time, 30% the other time with the other pitches. And then he throws a changeup and a slider used to throw curveball, but then when curveballs went out of style, probably around, 2021, when they kind of got rid of a lot of pitchers started getting rid of their curveball and either introducing a slider or trying to develop a sweeper, he already had that slider and changed the shape of it. So, and a lot of it, he has a very funky delivery. Mm-hmm. It goes all the way up, comes all the way back around, and then it's just really long and extends, which is so interesting because, he holds onto the ball for a while, which makes it even more harder for anyone to track or to hit what he's throwing. And since it's spinning as fast as it is, it's not fast, it's spinning, even more difficult. And considering when you would go from him, say, someone like Graham Ashcraft or Hunter Green, who's throwing 100, 105. And then it's like, all right, here's a lefty whose average fastball was 80. Hold on, I think it was like 87 miles per hour. I want to say 87.1 miles per hour.
Yeah, just even trying to pick up on that release point is going to be a bit funky. And yeah, like you just said, having a pitcher like Hunter Green, when you're seeing, seeds being thrown in at 100 miles an hour, and all of a sudden you got something that drops, about 20 miles, and then you got to figure out just even how to pick up the ball. That's going to be a great shift. So I do really like that. So I'm not concerned about that, his mile per hour not topping out too heavy.
No, that doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
And he's also going to be a guy where you're like, this is the second lefty you deploy. Like there's your depth, because Sam Moll is your high leverage lefty. And then you go, who's right behind that? Suter. So that's a really big help, because then it also bumps down Alex Young to that third spot
right
of lefties who can come out of the pen. And like Alex Young a lot, but he was inconsistent last year and also got hurt. So, everyone's going to get hurt. Brent Suter was on the IL for 3 weeks. So with a oblique strain, like it happens, but you can depend on this guy whose career ERA is 3.84, and that's between starting and relieving. Mm-hmm. You know what he's going to give you. Whereas Alex Young, where you're like, he still has 3 years arbitration left. He's in his early 30s. He's bounced around from club to club. The Reds unlocked something in him, but you are getting a known quantity when this guy walks through the door and goes out of the swinging gates in the bullpen.
Yeah, I dig it.
I dig it a whole lot. Also, one of the things that's interesting, I'm just so excited that this is now shifted for the Reds in the front office. Mm-hmm. This is shifted from this would be a major signing during the rebuild years. This would be a major signing last season or 2022.
Yeah.
And now this is business per usual for the Reds. This is what they consider a minor signing.
That's awesome. What they did last year is they completely elevated the floor to now this sort of signing where, as you said, it would have been a big deal. Now it's just par for course moving forward. So now it feels like we're a lot more on the offensive with these signings.
Yeah, and keeping up with the Joneses in the division, like St. Louis going and rebuilding their entire starting rotation.
Yeah,
and them saying they're done, but they're done with their starting rotation. Who knows what they're going to do with their bullpen and who else they're going to add? And same with the Cubs. The Cubs aren't even close to being done, especially with signing Iwamaga and Cody Bellinger's still available and Josh Hader. It's like, if you want to keep up with this division and you create this window and you do a full rebuild, and now it's your time to compete and you believe it's now, these what used to be big things have to become extremely little.
Yeah. You got to go at least tit for tat for everyone in the division.
Exactly. And this gives me so much hope for moving forward too. So, and especially if they're viewing it like this, that means they might pull the trigger on something bigger at the trade deadline. Mm-hmm. If there are problems that they know and they foresee. What's really cool too, Brent Suter finally gets to play for the Reds after playing his high school baseball here for Moeller. And I went to middle school with him.